y'all see this black goo that's coming out of the ground? Look at that, y'all. This means the earth is on fire. It's hot. This is the black goo. This is the crystals oil of earth. The neuromelanin of earth is coming out of the ground. Right.
Well, y'all, give me 1 second.
Wow. This is happening in Russia. Not only is this coming out of the ground in Russia, but they are also fighting forest fire. Look at that. Just a few days ago, man. Wow. Look how dark it is over there, y'all. Oh my goodness. The whole side of that mountain is on fire. Wow. Look at the different colored clouds. Oh man, yo.
It's crazy though, like we never see this stuff in America. You know, the USA, we never see this type of stuff, but eventually I feel like we're gonna get hit bad. I don't know when, but eventually we're gonna get hit.
Y'all look at this, man.
It's like, it's almost like the USA is untouchable, but in Russia and Japan, you be seeing all the times and craziness going on. Like USA,
it's going through it, man. The shift is here. The planet is getting hotter. It's getting warmer, y'all. Wow. Did y'all know this? When that black goo starts coming out of the ground, you know things are heating up, y'all. The planet is heating up.
That is crazy.
Forest fires in Russia, all this stuff that's happening around the planet, the tornadoes, tsunamis, earthquakes, the flooding, man. The great American dream is coming to an end. The great sleep, whatever you want to call it, video game, the Matrix is breaking down because we are waking up to our true spiritual selves. We are realizing that we don't need to be working to earn a living anymore. We're going to be living in harmony with nature. Okay, this is what's happening. Those who aren't ready, they will be removed from this planet because that's low vibrational 3D stuff. Nobody wants to work anymore. So y'all see what's happened to the planet. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during this interesting times. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, comment, and share for more videos like this. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. Let's get this shift, y'all. Peace in. Do y'all see this black goo that's coming out of the ground?
That is true though. Nobody really want to work no more. That's why you got all these content creators. You got everybody, you know, on a different way. I want to say this. Don't feel any type of way, okay? Some people on this planet definitely should not be here, but hey, man, it's probably the sun's probably gonna let you in, so don't feel no type of way.
They want to paint me out to be racist or causing division,
but it's just facts.
Science isn't racist. In fact, they use science, they use branches of science to convict rapists.
What I would say is, hold on. What I would say is, just keep your vibes high, you know, have good energy, you know. That's what I would say. As long as you got good energy and you don't mean no harm, you should be good, man. I think the universe should let you in. That's how I look at it. Everybody deserves an opportunity.
Forensics, when it comes to a scene, taking a fingerprint. What is a fingerprint? Your biological print of you. It's a DNA. It's part of your DNA, your fingerprint. So they use science to convict you. They use science to perform medical experimentations on you, aka the so-called you know what that everybody had to get the Jabberwocky for, the juice for. They use science. And because we don't understand science,
that's crazy, because they knew exactly what they was doing when they did that.
Because that was pushed away from you. Anything that's natural, you were separated from. Anything that's natural. The asphalt on the ground, that's unnatural. Your house, that's unnatural because of the square. The bed, that's unnatural. Keep your soul trapped in there because of the coils. The pillow, the pill. It's a square pill. It's a pill to keep you in drugged. Everything else, the square house, the square TV, the square books, the square car, the square windows, the square ceiling, the square concrete, the square everything is to keep you trapped. And I'm saying this to all species, more importantly to my species. We are the ones that's being trapped because they are the COs. The complex cell organism is the CO. They are the enforcer of this prison. They are the enforcers to make sure that you are continuously to build your own prison around you, because this is a mental thing. This some mental shit that you got to do some physical shit with. They want to paint me out to be racist or causing the.
He always talking about the genetics and stuff like that, man. He be making sense though. But, you know, I know some people that don't agree with all that, you know. People might get in their feelings about stuff like that, but you can't deny facts. You just can't, you know. But it is what it is, man. I just would say just high vibration. You know, just be a good person, really. You should be alright.
We are literally witnessing a matrix crumble right before our eyes. There's been a consistent influx in solar flares. Cosmic activity has been substantially increasing. The aurora borealis is being seen in parts of the planet where people thought they would never witness it. This is because the magnetosphere is being depleted by cosmic gamma ray radiation. Now, these ionized particles have a direct effect on everything on the planet. You're going to see technological devices malfunctioning consistently. Certain animals that have a connection with the magnetic grid, like birds and insects, may have very strange behavior.
Birds be flying about me a lot. I don't know what it is, but birds really do be flying about me a lot. What is that like?
Also, aquatic beings like whales and dolphins and other sea creatures may be heavily affected by the cosmic activity. But not only will all technological devices, plants, animals, and things of that nature be affected, but we will also be directly affected as well. Not even summertime yet, and we already have been having consistent solar flares. Not to mention the return of our black sun. If you haven't gotten it yet, get your shilajit. Shilajit has over 85 trace minerals and will naturally raise your testosterone as well as strengthen your melanin. It increases strength, muscle definition, energy, and endurance. Also hydrate and consume chlorophyll to remove toxic metals like lead, cadmium, and mercury. This is not a joke. This is one of the biggest solar flares we received. Very careful of scams. To get real, authentic, high-quality shilajit, chlorophyll, and all other metaphysical tools for spiritual exploration, click the link in my bio and visit Holistic Remedies, your extension to Ascension. It's important to make sure you're extremely hydrated. I highly recommend coconut water. Coconut water is the best for hydration on a cellular level. Now, these deletes know that the sun gives you downloads every 8 minutes and 30 seconds. This is why they put toxic metals in your body like lead, cadmium, and mercury to keep you out of the sun. All right, so this is why things like shilajit and chlorophyll will detox your body to ensure that you can properly receive those ionized particles while on the path to ascension. Peace, love, and light to everyone. We are.
Shout out to Unlimited Truth 369.
Look what this guy found on the beach, y'all. What is this? It's not a toy. What is this, y'all? Oh my goodness, y'all.
What is that?
Y'all, what is this? What is this? I've never seen this before in my life. Does anybody know what that is? Is that like its snorkel so it can breathe? Oh my God. Why is it in the sand? Doesn't that belong in the ocean? What? Bro, have you guys ever seen the Pirates of the Caribbean? Now, tell me that doesn't look like Davy Jones. You know, the guy with the octopus head, whatever that is, but it looks just like this. Oh, man. Yeah, that's Davy Jones, y'all. Our life is literally a movie. If anybody knows what that thing is called, please let us know down in the comments below. I, for one, do not know what it's called. I stay out of the water. You know, I am an onlooker. Okay, that's all I do.
Someone says cuttlefish or something like that. I think like that.
This is a reconstruction of a dissection experiment room from Unit 731. As a trigger warning, I will be discussing some rather gruesome facts as well as essay. For those of you unaware, Unit 731 was a biological and chemical warfare outfit that engaged in lethal human experimentation. It was run by the Japanese, and most of the prisoners were Chinese, as well as there were Russians and Koreans. The average life expectancy of a prisoner who entered Unit 731 was 2 months. However, some prisoners lasted up to a year or over. When a prisoner initially arrived at Unit 731, they were given plenty of food, they were given alcohol, and they're made to be in the best possible condition that they could be. Then, over several days, they were drained of blood and nutrients, and their deteriorating health was recorded. The historian Sheldon H. Harris discusses some of the gruesome tactics that the Unit 731 would employ if they wanted to do research on certain human organs. He gives the example of them wanting to do research on the human brain. If this was the case, then the guards would find a useful sample or prisoner and bring him out. He would be forcibly held down while another guard would take an axe and smash that prisoner's head open. Their brain would then be taken off for examination. Thousands of men, women, and children were subjected.
What? So they're just experimenting on people. Oh man, that's crazy. I feel bad for anybody that had to go through that. For real, man. I send peace their way, man. I'm sorry that happened to you. That is sad.
To the horrors of vivisection. Many of these experiments are conducted to research how different diseases develop inside the body. And of course, this was done without anesthesia. Often while the prisoners were still tied down.
That's actually sad. Dang.
Using forcible vivisection to see how the organ is reacting to disease. Some of the prisoners had their limbs forcibly removed so that they could study blood loss. Others had their limbs from one side of the body placed onto the other side of the body to see how the body reacted. In some cases, they had their stomachs surgically removed, or in other cases, they took the esophagus and attached it to the intestine. The New York Times once interviewed a former member of Unit 731, and I'll read verbatim what he says here. The fellow knew that it was over for him, and so he didn't struggle when they let him into the room and tied him down. But when I picked up the scalpel, that's when he began screaming. I cut him open from chest to stomach, and he screamed terribly, and his face was all twisted in agony. He made this unimaginable sound. He was screaming so horribly, but then he finally stopped. Other experiments included the use of live ammunition, such as grenades and shrapnel, stabbing bayonets into live prisoners to see how they reacted to the different weapons. They did hanging prisoners upside down until dead. They did pressure chambers where their eyes would burst out of their sockets. They did electrocution. They did basically any way a human could die. That's how they experimented. In some cases, when they were experimenting on dehydration, some of the victims ended up becoming mummified because they were so dehydrated. And one of the members indicates that at death, the corpses would only weigh about 1/5 normal body weight. These are the hands of a poor woman who is exposed to freezing. Many different experiments are conducted on limbs to see how they handled frostbite and how the body handled reheating. Of course, this is extremely painful for the victims. Many of the victims were forced to freeze until death. And I'll quote here, 2 naked men were put in an area 40 to 50 degrees below zero, and researchers filmed the whole process until the subjects died. The subjects suffered such agony that they're digging their nails into each other's flesh. The tests with respect to syphilis were particularly horrific. Often one prisoner, usually a male prisoner, was infected with the disease and forced to have relations with a female prisoner. If the male or female prisoner refused, they would be shot. Once the disease spread, their bodies were then forcibly dissected. The most horrific part of this is that they'd often do the experiments on the children born with syphilis. Female prisoners were forced to become pregnant so that effects of the disease could be tested. There's such cases of vivisection being performed on a pregnant woman. After the war, those involved with Unit 731 that were arrested by the Soviets were put on trial. Those arrested by the Americans, however, were given immunity in exchange for the data gathered by these experiments. It is estimated that between 200 to 300,000 people were killed at Unit 731, and not a single person survived.
Wow. That definitely sounds like nobody survived that. They was really in that experiment on them people. I really hope that's not real, but that seemed like that was a real story. Dang, that is sad. And it's crazy, like somebody have to, die that way for us to know that we can die that way, But it's obvious, right? But dang, why would they? Hey, they did that though. It's crazy.
This guy has designed a machine that creates clean drinking water from thin air, and he gives it away to people who need it for free. This is Moses
dope.
West, and here's how his magical machine works. First, it pulls in air from the surrounding environment that it then cools down, similar to a refrigerator. This cooling turns the air's moisture into water droplets that can then be collected in a big storage tank.
That's dope.
It's like making a small rain cloud inside the machine. This process is called atmospheric water generation, and Moses is using it to make sure that everyone has access to clean water, no matter where they live, how old they are, or how much money they have. 1 in 4 people don't have access to clean drinking water, and setting up infrastructure in many remote communities can be tricky and really costly. So innovations like Moses' machine could be the key to making clean water more available all over the world. Do you have any questions about this? Drop them in the comments and Moses can answer them, and tap like if you're a fan of this idea. This guy has designed a machine
that's pretty dope, man. We need to get that all around everywhere. Everybody, especially if the grid go out, we definitely gonna need something like that. And I'm gonna have to look into this dude, Moses West. I'm gonna have to look into that. Matter of fact, I might look into it right now. You know what? We're gonna finish these TikToks. So we do have a second channel. If y'all did not know, we do reactions over there. We almost 300 subscribers. So if you guys want to see me react to this video right here, I'll be over there. All right, so go subscribe to the second channel. That's why I'll be reacting to this.
The following videos I'm about to show you guys may have something to do with the severe geomagnetic storm that may impact Earth, the electric grid, and satellites. This is an extreme and rare G5 solar storm that will trigger northern lights in places where it should not happen. This, for instance, is one of the videos that was seen this week. Check this out.
Well, make it clear. There we go. Okay. So it went away, it came back. So this is in the sky?
What?
I'm talking to the video.
It's gone. Oh.
No, it's still there.
Seeing stuff like this is how you know our planet is awakening. That is crazy. Like, how's it giving off this look? What's up there to make it look like this?
This is just there.
That is crazy.
Block the light.
Whatever this thing is, it looks as if there's something casting a shadow onto the clouds, but it would need to be something really high up in the sky. In this next video posted by Vicky Wills on Facebook, also in the United States of America, we get to see a different kind of anomaly. Check this out.
Look at that streak across the sky, y'all. 2:48 in the morning. What the fuck is that? This is a long streak across the sky here at 2:48 a.m.
This is how you know our planet is waking up.
My gig at
Oh, yeah.
Swig. And I noticed this up in the sky.
We're gonna start seeing some crazy stuff that we never thought we'd see.
I'm like, I ain't never seen nothing like that. No rainbow, nothing like that in the sky at night.
If you pay close attention to the video, it's as if the lights in the sky seem to be morphing somehow.
Okay, y'all. Feedback? Tell me what's going on. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Okay, y'all?
The time to be alive, man.
Back to my car and get my ass home. But yeah, that's what's going on in the night sky here. Out here at Parker said.
Do you think this could be powerful light strobes from a party or an event, or is this something else entirely, maybe even related to the G5 geomagnetic storm? Please do leave a comment. What's your take? And have
I
you
think it's
seen
that storm.
something?
That whatever he said, I think that's that storm. G5, yeah. Storm. That's what I think it is. Cause that don't look like nothing from no party. That look natural. I'm not gonna lie. That look natural.
Some old spiritual teachings believe if you look into a cat's eyes, you can go to sleep and travel in an astral world. It's a reason why most Egyptians always worship the cat. It's because they understand cats are spiritual protectors, not just.
How many of y'all got pets, man? I do want me a black cat. That's the one thing I do want. Black cat.
Any spiritual protectors, but they protect spiritual gates. They try to trick us about these cats. They said if a black cat crosses your path, it's bad luck. It's the
Cat.
opposite. Did you know that black cats actually pull negativity away from you? But let's
Yup.
go a little deeper.
I
Do
agree.
cats really have 9 lives? And if so, how do a cat or anything have 9 lives? That's because they
I'm not gonna lie, I really feel like cats do got 9 lives. Y'all ever seen one of them videos when a cat like fall from a high building or something and they get up and get walking again? I know y'all have, but that's probably do got 9 lives. They probably do.
the cats are connected to the 9 ethers in the universe. And we should know who is 9 ether beings. So damn, do we really have 9 lives just like cats if we are connected to the 9 ether? So if cats have 9 lives and we are 9 ether, that must mean we live and go on forever. Anytime you deal with the number 9,
Infinite.
it's always number 9. 9 times 1 is 9, 9 times 2, 18, 1 plus 8, 9, and so on and so on. It's always number 9. It's connected to the 9 ether, the spiral that go on forever. It's some people on this planet that have cat eye syndrome. Their eyes look just like a cat. Okay, I'm about to trip you out with this one right here. Did you know that there's a planet in the universe that's filled with all cats? Yeah, I get
Imagine.
it. I know. Some people don't believe in aliens. Some people don't think this shit is real. But there really is a planet that's filled with all cats. And the cats on this planet
I wouldn't
represent
deny it.
them. Just
I
how
wouldn't
we have
deny it.
ancestors in the universe, cats have ancestors.
Just look at what our stuff we got on this planet right now. It's like it's a mix of species living with each other. Think about it. You got lions, like, come on, man. It's crazy.
The
Why we
name of
live
these
down.
aliens is the Lyrans. The Lyrans is from a higher dimensional planet. You don't have to believe it. Just research it. When I was young, I always watched the TV show Thundercats. And when I went back and watched it when I was older, I realized they had pyramids in there, ancient knowledge. They had so much knowledge in this cartoon. Why Thundercats? Were they trying to tell us something about these cats when we was young? You know how Hollywood always try to put little hints in movies. If you ever feel like you have any kind of negative spirits, a negative ghost in your house that just don't go away, holy water don't work on them, go get yourself a cat. I guarantee that negative energy leave. If you want to know more about these topics, check out my ebooks, link in the bio. Some old spiritual teachers.
The cats seem mysterious too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be a cat. I'm gonna be a cat.
Like a zombie apocalypse?
Yeah, in the zombie apocalypse.
Bro, you know Nostradamus?
Yeah.
So he predicted there's gonna be a zombie apocalypse in the coming year. It will appear at the time of the games of slaughter, not far from the age of the great millennium, when the dead will come out of their graves. So my mom said, maybe it's 2027.
That's the deal. That's what I was thinking too.
Because the 7th, right?
Yeah.
And listen. So the great millennium.
Yeah.
The great millennium. Maybe that's 2000. 2000.
That has to be it.
It's gotta be. Maybe the effect of the vaccine.
How zombies will come, like, to life.
Okay, let me hear.
It's like, in that ice, like, way down below, there has to be some type of, like, disease or, like, virus that's been frozen in there.
Oh.
Like, from time.
Yo, that's so true.
Yeah, so basically what I'm thinking like, with, like, global warming, with, like, all the ice melting and all this
Yeah.
I think, like, it's gonna melt to a point where those are gonna get exposed. So, like, those, like, whole, like, viruses and all this stuff are gonna get exposed.
Yeah.
And, like, yo, there's already people in, like, Antarctica. Like, there's people, like, stationed on Antarctica and all that stuff.
Maybe in preparation.
Yeah, but maybe.
Like a zombie apocalypse?
Yeah.
You might be on to something, because it is icy over there. You know, hey, we really don't know what happened over there either, too. So you could have, died, all type of junk. So you might be on to something. Okay, y'all let me know. Is this real? Because I think this wolf is over here playing the piano. For real. This look too real. That get me every time. Like, what? He over here singing and playing the piano. What? No way. Is this real? Somebody please let me know, man, so I can stop tripping. Dang, if it is, hey, that must have been a person in his last lifetime. Cause he is snapping.
I haven't seen nobody else talk about this, but what in the world was Talia doing at the fucking Met Gala? She just got in the industry, what, a year ago? And not only that, she got a Grammy off rip. A Grammy off of that one song, Make Me Sweat, Make Me Hotter, some shit like that. How in the world is you already getting a Grammy? And how in the world are you already, because I believe that was in 2023 when she made that song and she got that Grammy. I think so. And then now this year, yeah, it was last year, yeah. And now this year, she's literally at the Met Gala. What the actual fuck? So I'm making this video because it's interesting to me, because industry plants might actually be a real thing. But my thing is, why the fuck do industry plants exist? What's their agenda?
Right.
What the hell? Why the fuck do industry plants exist? Especially Talia. What the fuck is her? My thing is, what is her agenda supposed to be in the future? That's what I'm bamboozled about. Because we all know that all these puppets have agendas. I'm just questioning what would her agenda be. And then you also got the JoJo Siwa industry plant. Like, what is their agenda? That shit is so wild to me. But damn, I ain't see nobody else talk about this. I'm like, damn, how the hell is she already at the Met Gala? And on top of that, you have to be personally invited to the Met Gala. So it ain't like you can just fucking buy tickets and go. Hell nah, you got to be personally invited. So what the fuck? How the hell? Who the fuck? Hell nah. And this just goes to show y'all that this shit is fake. These puppets, these celebrities, all that shit is fake. They're all actors. None of these motherfuckers is actually real. They just literally have an agenda to control the masses. That's about it. I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck their agenda is. But we're going to see later on down the line. I just think it's really interesting that she instantly got a Grammy, and on top of that, she went to the Met Gala. What the heck?
When the comment said Tyler apparently is supposed to replace Rihanna. I don't know about that one. Tyler was known before the Water song. I don't know, man. I feel like she's really talented. I don't feel like she would need to be an industry plant, but you know how things go in this this wicked industry they got going on. So who knows? She might just be an industry plant. But that is interesting though. Like, she might just be one. I'm not gonna lie. Like, she have to be doing something. There's no way they just gonna let her come in like that.
I am 100% convinced that people's faces are direct reflections of their souls. And not only can I validate this in my personal experience, but when I look back at all the people that I thought were so beautiful in elementary school and high school, and now I see them and I'm like, what happened? Well, what happened was they decided not to work on their internal world, and as a result, their external world is a direct reflection of that. In my experience, the more that I worked on myself, the more that I cultivated true self-love, the more beautiful I became on the outside. When I look at pictures of me 5 years ago versus now, it is night and day. My facial features changed so much. The more that I worked on myself, and the more that I worked on my soul, and the more that my soul came to life, the more beautiful I became. And this is 100% a fact. I see this everywhere, in everyone. Work on yourself and your external world will change 100%. Peace and love. I am 100%.
You know what? He making sense. He is actually making sense. I agree.
I feel like, bro, this year, bro, a lot of shit is gonna get revealed to a lot.
Yes.
I feel like people.
It's happening right now.
No choice but to wake up, bro. And it's like this, bro. Some people's consciousness is going up here, and a lot of people's consciousness is going all the way down here. Like, there's no ifs and buts about it. Like, some people are constantly going up, going up, going up. And some people are just going down, 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 falling deep into the matrix. I feel like, bro, this year, bro, a lot of shit is going to be revealed to a lot of
A lot of stuff is getting exposed right now too. You got Drake now, got Diddy. Who's next? Jay-Z, Beyonce. Dang.
That juicy steak you eating might not even be real steak. You know Idaho is the only state to ban this? Read. They even having laws passed in the court. That means every other state possibly is serving you human.
Today before you is RS 31078, cannibalism.
And North Idaho State Representative Heather Scott introduced a new bill which expands a law banning cannibalism. It comes from what she says banning cannibalism in human composting. Scott says she's worried about the possibility that people are eating other people and may not know they're doing so. She says it comes with the rise in human composting, which is legal in several states as a means of dealing with human remains. Cannibalism is banned in Idaho, but Scott's bill would add a ban on giving someone else the flesh or blood of a human without their knowledge or consent.
We told you that was going on. The fact that you need a law to ban this is crazy. It's defined as the consumption of another human's matter, whether consensual or not. In the United States, there are no laws against it. But if not all states have enacted laws that indirectly make it impossible to legally obtain and to consume the body matter. But you heard her on the video say that they're doing this and they're allowing this in some states because of so much people transcending, passing, that to control human compost, this is how you get it out. I feel like it'd be better to plant it in dirt than to just do something like this. This is crazy. There are literally no laws against it at all. There are no laws. So be careful when you're enjoying your fast food burger and your free meat, because that might not be no real meat.
It's tough. Imagine you really eating. That's actually so disturbing to even think of it like that. That's disturbing.
Ain't no way.
In New York City, and it's really cool, but without audio, it's a whole lot of hand waving and not much human connection. This would be really sweet with a volumetric display, though.
Ain't no way.
In New York City, and it's really.
Could this be the beginning of Project Bluebeam?
Is it a cross? Heck no, it's not a cross. What is that?
Definitely not a cross. It's like almost looks like somebody in a jetpack.
Like a. Blah.
That's definitely not a man-made craft.
Dude, it looks like a dude in a suit.
Project Bluebeam.
It looks like Iron Man.
They're testing it out on us already.
What the heck? Jonathan, what in the world?
Have you ever seen anything like this before? Because I sure haven't.
Might be the super people, Maldakians.
I don't know nothing about no Maldakians.
You don't know when you.
Let me know in the comments what you think that could be. That is some freaky stuff. It's just floating, turning around. Thanks for watching. Stay weird. Could this be the beginning of Project?
That delivers your food. He's basically like your friend, kind of helps you out with everything, and look how many robots there are. You just wake them up, tap them on the head. You can talk, you can dance, so let's press like talk. Have you ever heard of Supercar Blondie?
Yes, I have heard of Supercar Blondie. She is a popular social media influencer.
Basically, he's just here to help you out when you order food and just entertain you. Okay, so he's preparing for his rap. Here we go. Whoa. That was a bit intense towards the end, but yeah, pretty cool. That delivers your food.
Scary. This is what they making, huh? Stuff like this.
This is the winner of Eurovision 2024, Nemo. Representing Switzerland, this person is also wearing a crown of thorns that was given by one of the runner-ups named Bambi Thug that represents Ireland. Now before I show you why you don't play with God and the crown of thorns, I don't know if you know what she did for her performance. I made a whole video on it so you can just check that out, but it was a full-on satanic ritual along with demonic possession. I mean, she literally admitted it herself. Watch this real quick.
Do you know what makes me special? I'm a queer.
and I'm a witch!
Alright, sorry you had to see that, but Nemo goes up on stage and he grabs his award for getting first place in the whole contest. Once he claims it, he goes out and celebrates in front of the stage, and just look what happens. Once he places his trophy on the ground, it shatters.
I didn't just break the code, I also broke the trophy. And I broke my thumb as well.
This is the winner of Eurovision 2020.
I'm so happy that people are getting on board and blocking these celebrities. The first on the honorable mention list is Taylor Swift. We gotta block her indeed. She can do absolutely no wrong. The second is Beyonce. Block her.
He definitely just said Sexy Red. I'm like, that song is crazy. I know y'all, nah. You gotta turn her off. Yeah. Got to
block her now. She never speaks out about anything. Chris Brown, you are third. You can do no wrong. It seems like a lot of your audience and the people that follow you are under some sort of possession. You can get away with murder and they will still support you. I don't understand it. And lastly, Eminem, your whole career, you said absolutely nothing. You belong on the block party list. Every last one of these people. And the reason why I chose these four specifically, because they have massive followings, and it seems like a lot of their followers are under some sort of great possession. I'm not sure what's going on, but we need to unfollow these people, block them ASAP. We need to take it a step further.
I agree.
We will block all major corporations like Amazon, Walmart, Target, etc. We certainly know what you guys are putting in our products and food. And I'll just leave it at that because they like to take stuff down. This need to happen immediately. Also, we will block all worldly pastors that's leading people astray. You will never get another nickel from us. Any political figure that's in a position of power will be stripped and blocked. You guys have done nothing to help the people in this nation, and you make millions upon millions of dollars. Now is the time that we take our powers back. Once we get our powers back, you're never ever going to get another ounce of energy from us. We're powerful in numbers. They don't want us to come together, but it's going to happen anyway. Stand together. Love one another. We're powerful in numbers. I love you, family. Shalom. I will see you in the next video. Stand together. We're blocking everyone. Every celebrity we block. I don't care who they are. I love you. I'm so happy that...
These are 3 things I wish I knew before having a spiritual awakening. For number 1, this shit is not easy. A lot of people think a spiritual awakening is all sunshine and rainbows, but you're gonna go through some tough times for sure. And on top of that, you have to try to keep a high vibration through all the bullshit, especially when you're going through lessons. That shit is not for the weak. It's all designed to make you stronger spiritually and mentally. And once you get past it, you will evolve. So if you're currently in the dark stages, just know that this is temporary and things will get better again. For number 2, it can get lonely. When you're having a spiritual awakening, 9 times out of 10, the people around you aren't going through the same thing. And that can cause you to distance yourself from literally everybody. And this is not a bad thing. You're becoming a better version of yourself, and the old you doesn't align with that. So distancing yourself is the best solution. But I ain't gonna lie, bro, you will miss your old friends sometimes. But the good news is you will align with new people, and these new people will be a reflection of who you are now. Just continue to develop that self-love and stay patient because your new life is right around the corner. And for number 3, you will go through a lot of changes. This is because you're constantly learning new things. And a spiritual awakening doesn't just happen one time. You're gonna have multiple. So the key is to embrace change and flow with everything that's going on. And if you want more in-depth guidance along your journey, I have a private community full of people going through the same thing you are. And it's very important to have that unity so you don't feel crazy, because this journey can get wild. So if you want to join, just DM me the word gifted and I'll get you in there ASAP. These are 3 things I wish I knew before having a spiritual awakening.
It's like that though.
Don't be mad if you don't make it to the NBA. Only 300 make it, billions play. It's not your fault. They was picked by these certain people at a young age. You got ballless life following these motherfuckers from 8th grade on.
For real. I knew a couple of my friends that, you know what I'm saying, in 9th grade, following them since they was in, elementary. Like, how? Like, that's crazy. They might just be industry plants. I don't know, man. It's crazy, though. Things be working.
Up. They are already chosen, man. They gonna develop. They gonna make sure that It is ranked. It's not your fault. Most of these motherfuckers in the league, you are better than. Yet they don't even get a chance to make it to the league because they can't be controlled. They couldn't get them at a young age. It's a lot of dark shit about sports too, but who cares about that? I just want y'all to.
Ice Spice is an industry plant, and here's proof.
We got another one on the roster. Let's go. Is that what Ice Spice was trying to do at the Super Bowl? It's not a try. She did. She did. And you know what? And I don't care what nobody say, because I'm always right at the end of the day when it comes to this stuff. Every time. She's an industry plant. It's common. You came from nowhere. Your little short... No. Girl. No. No,
She does seem as when they
you just came from anywhere, and so is the other girl. Give me sweat, whatever, make me hot.
Not Tyler. Come on, that sounds like just a little bitty girl who just they wrote some songs for. And damn, not Tyler.
Plants. Give her. Watch this. What's this? March, February next year. Cold-blooded freak.
Damn.
Turned all the way out. Watch. One song gave you a Grammy, but you got people like Angie Stone that been around since I was 10 years old being a rapper, never got one.
Hey.
How's that possible? You walk right in, the song's still on the fucking radio hot, you got a Grammy. How do you do that?
That's true.
This is Ice Spice before the fame. Do you think she's an industry plant? Ice Spice is an industry plant, and here's proof.
Nah, they might be right about the talent, man. Hey. Alright, y'all, before we continue, this is my second channel right here. We'll be reacting to videos like this.
Are you guys ready? Well, let's go.
Let's go, man. Let's see what's going on here. Stuff like that, like anything I found like that's informative, strange, stuff like that, I'll be posting on that channel if you want to watch it. Even videos like this, you know, stuff that's like going on around the world, stuff like that. So if you want to, you know, watch that stuff with me, just go subscribe to the second channel. And we will be reacting to that one video that I said I was gonna react to. This video right here, the man that's turning air into water. We're gonna check that out. So if you want to check that out with me, you'll be on the second channel. And the last thing, I will put the link to my second channel in the comments or in the description. So look out for that. Let's see, let's get into this. It says, what they capture deep inside the Amazon jungles defies all logic. Let's see.
Wildfires in Europe or the United States. Fires do not occur naturally in the humid tropical Amazon rainforest.
Now this brings us to the question, what causes these violent fires and other factors that drive destruction?
The largest tropical rainforest in the world, which spans more than 2 million square miles in South America, is home to many unsettling mysteries as well as some...
Let me just say, this place looks beautiful. I can't deny it. This place looks beautiful. I'm not gonna lie. I would love to go here one day. This is in South Africa, South America.
Some stunning ones. It is so huge that it would have been the 9th largest country in the world if it had been any country.
Grass,
and this forest alone gives the entire planet 20% of its oxygen. Nearly 60% of the forest in South America is located in Brazil, as can be seen by looking at the continent's map. From the outside, the Amazon rainforest is as stunning as it is unsettling and perilous on the inside. Additionally, there are people residing in this forest who are cut off from the outside world. Due to the immense size of the forest, there are still many areas of it that have not been investigated, as well as numerous mysteries that have not been discovered. Join us as we learn more about the startling Amazon rainforest discoveries that have the entire world in shock.
Let's get into this right here. I got a question. What place would you like to travel to if you can travel to right now? What would you travel to? Mine will have to be Japan. I don't know. Japan just looks so cool. I want to go to Japan one day. For real.
Glyphs. Recently, geologists discovered hundreds of circles in the Amazon rainforest ground that date back thousands of years. These geoglyphs indicate that humans have been modifying the landscape here for thousands of years before Europeans arrived. these rings continue to perplex scientists who are unable to determine their significance. The Amazon has long been viewed as a pure ecosystem that was mostly unaffected by people until the arrival of the Europeans. However, this latest discovery shows that people were present centuries before than we thought. The discovery of these 450 geometrically designed ditches in Acre, Brazil, which occupy over 13,000 square kilometers of land, was made possible by recent deforestation in the region. These geoglyphs were unnoticed for hundreds of years because they were hidden by trees, but growing deforestation in the area made them apparent from the air. Archaeologists are unsure why these circles were created. There were insufficient artifacts to determine whether it was a settlement or a defensive measure. Some researchers believe these could have been ritual gathering places. Jennifer Watling, the principal researcher, and her team reconstructed 6,000 years of plant and fire history in the vicinity of 2 of these geoglyphs. They observed that humans had been tampering with the bamboo trees to construct temporary clearings for these geoglyphs. This also supports the hypothesis that indigenous peoples managing the Amazonian woods long before European contact. Watling believes that this evidence of human contact highlights the ingenuity of previous subsistence regimes that did not result in forest degradation. Thousands of untouched islands in the middle of the Amazon forest. In the 1980s, dozens of large dams were constructed across rivers in the Amazon basin, including the Balbina Dam. Recent discoveries have shown that the dam produced thousands of lush forest islands, but they are too small to support viable ecosystems and species. One of South America's largest reservoirs, which reaches about 100 kilometers to the north, was built by the Balbina Dam. Since the region of the basin where the reservoir is located is rather mountainous, more than 3,500 islands have arisen from it. As a consequence of this, the region's ridges and hills have been transformed into island forest patches. It goes without saying that habitat loss and the fragmentation of the remaining forest area are 2 of the main causes of the ongoing biodiversity crisis. One of the main ways people are destroying...
Look at all this grass and trees and it's just crazy to see this. What if okay, we got, Chicago, we got New York, we got Dallas, places like that, with downtowns and stuff. What was there before, the downtown and stuff like that?
Destroying these habitats is through hydroelectric dams like the Balbina. This dam rips the forest as seen by the altered environments that resulted from its construction. Numerous species are at danger of going extinct quickly due to the small island's inability to support their populations. The ability of such species to handle this stress, according to experts, will depend on a number of additional factors. Discovering which species are vanishing and which ones are persisting in the Balbina Reservoir has taken time and resources from experts from many institutions over the past 10 years. In one study, 3 neighbouring locations that were connected to the main forest but weren't islands were compared with 22 nearby forest islands of various sizes. The survey collected 608 species from 8 different ecological groups, including dung beetles, birds, frogs, diurnal lizards, large and small animals, and orchid bees. The majority of diversity and full species assemblages, according to the findings, were concentrated on a small number of bigger islands. It was determined that the smaller islands were in danger. Only the more adapted animals, like armadillos, were able to endure on these little islands for more than 30.
I would sleep on some soft grass. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that's the natural way we should be sleeping anyway. But it's just the only thing is them bugs, man. Real, them bugs. No joke. I probably want to sleep in it. I take that back. Probably want to sleep in it because them bugs do be, going crazy.
30 years. The larger species that need more area, such as tapirs and jaguars, vanish from these islands. On certain islands, incidences of species extinction that were widespread and not random were also found, with larger species being more susceptible. 95 of the islands made by the Balbina Dam are less than 1 square kilometre in size, making up the majority of the islands. Low levels of biodiversity can only be sustained on these mini-islands. However, despite these warnings, new plans for expanding hydropower projects across the lowland tropical forests are underway. Experts predict there will be significant and grave ramifications for the ecosystem's ability to function here. This will simply hasten the demise of the magnificent Amazon rainforest ecosystem. Awa tribe. The Awa are a Brazilian indigenous group who inhabit the Amazon rainforest. The tribe today has over 350 members, with approximately 100 of them having no interaction with the outside world. Because of the ongoing conflict with logging interest in the land that they govern, this tribe is regarded to be in a state of high endangerment. The Awa people speak a Tupi-Guaran language known as Guaha. Initially, they lived in settlements, but by the early 19th century they had chosen a nomadic lifestyle in order to avoid incursions by European invaders. The Awa people were increasingly targeted by European settlers in the region who wiped off most of the forest that covered their territory. A few Awa people moved to government-established settlements beginning in the mid-1980s, but for the most part they have maintained their traditional way of life. They primarily exist in forests as nomadic communities of a few dozen people with little or no contact with the outside world. The forest they relied on for survival was being devastated by logging and land clearance for cultivation, and their people were being killed by settlers. As a result, the World Bank and the European Union agreed to lend the Brazilian government $900 million. The loan was contingent on the protection of specific indigenous tribes, lands and people, particularly the Awa. Without government involvement, the tribe and its
I never understood that though. Like, they spent all this money on like wars and stuff that don't really matter. They started giving it to people. You know, it's just crazy how they do things on this, you know, planet, this matrix, whatever you want to call it.
Culture would have perished long ago. However, the Brazilian government took a long time to follow through on its commitment. It wasn't until 2003 that Awa land was fully demarcated. But it didn't stop invading tribesmen and loggers from infringing on their territory and slaughtering their tribesmen.
Wow.
Strange abandoned villages. While studying what is today known as the state of Acre in western Brazil, explorers came across 25 villages that had been abandoned long ago. These villages were established between the years 1300 and 1700. LiDAR, or light detection and ranging technology, was put on a helicopter by a group of scientists to see what lurks beneath the rainforest vegetation and gain a broad perspective of the structures there. Along with the circular towns, they also found 11 other villages built in rectangular patterns and 15 that were so old or damaged that it was hard to understand.
So this airplane is able to detect what kind of food is down there, or like
a group of scientists to see what lurks beneath the rainforest vegetation and gain a broad perspective of the structures there. Along with the circular towns, they also found 11 other villages built in rectangular patterns and 15 that were so old or damaged that it was hard to understand their form. Between 3 and 32 mounds varying in height from less than 10 feet to more than 65 feet were discovered by the archaeologists. They are still unsure about the function of these mounds. They may have been homes or graveyards. These villages were constructed in symbolic patterns, arranged like clock faces. According to some researchers, these circular designs may be a reflection of the native inhabitants' conception of the cosmos. The LiDAR pictures also showed that most of these villages had a network of sunken roadways leading to high banks. These frequently form part of a network that spans many miles and links one village to another. For many years, archaeologists have held the view that there was little human activity in this area of the rainforest prior to the arrival of the European settlers. But the story being told by these LiDAR photos is rather different. According to experts, this recent discovery has taught them a great deal about the region's extensive human past. the people of the area used to create enormous earthworks with geometric patterns for centuries before the development of this mound-building civilization, but they stopped doing so around 950 AD. Man of the Hole. The title Man of the Hole refers to an indigenous guy who, according to a report to the non-profit organisation Survival International, had spent nearly 26 years living alone in the Amazon rainforest. He resided in the state of Rondônia in Brazil. He was the final surviving member of an uncontacted tribe in the Amazon. The majority of accounts state that he was around 60 years old when he passed away. He was given the nickname for his propensity to dig large holes in the dirt to conceal himself or trap animals. A representative of FUNAI, Brazil's Indigenous Protection Agency, found his body. It was on a straw-filled hammock that was dangling outside his hut. He apparently passed away peacefully because there were no traces of struggle or violence. His entire tribe had been slaughtered in a series of savage attacks that began in the 1970s and lasted for decades. The majority of the attackers were land-hungry cattle ranchers. No one outside of this man's community knew his name, according to Fiona Watson, head of research and advocacy at Survival International. His passing brought an end to the ethnic cleansing of his people. Human rights activists saw this as an international act of wiping out a whole tribe at the hands of selfish cattle ranchers. Nobody knows how he survived alone in the forest for more than 2 decades or what horrors he witnessed. He rebuffed any attempts of contact and made it apparent that he wanted to be alone. FUNAI shared footage of this poor man cutting away at a tree with an axe back in 2018. Researchers discovered his abandoned campsite's crops, which included corn, papaya, and bananas. And like the man in the hole,
he was growing his food. Dang. I knew it was some kind of food being grown over there, though. I knew it. All that grass. Come on.
Most
what
other Amazonian indigenous groups face similar threats from outsiders. A boiling river. The Shanay Timpishka, popularly known as La Bomba, is a tributary of the Amazon River and the world's only boiling river. The 6.4 kilometre long tributary is noted for its very high temperatures, yet on most days the temperature fluctuates between 45 and 100 degrees Celsius. Shanay Timpishka means boiling by the heat of the sun. However, this is not quite correct because the actual cause of the scorching hot temperatures of La Bomba's water is geothermal. The river flows through the Mayan Tiyaku Sanctuary, which is part of the Huánuco High Forest. Local shamans believe that the Yaku Mama, a massive snake spirit known as the Mothers of the Waters, gave birth to the boiling river. Andre Russo, a geothermal expert, studied the source of the heat that was causing the water to boil. Even though it is nowhere near any known volcanoes or geothermal vents, the river maintains its high temperature. National Geographic describes its unusual nature as a wholly natural feature. It is a non-volcanic geothermal structure with unusually high rates of flow. Most researchers assume that the heat comes from the Earth's geothermal gradient because underground water has a higher temperature as it gets closer to the Earth's mantle. Rainwater apparently falls on the surface of the Amazon rainforest and seeps down into the crust via deep-rooted fissures. This water is heated by the geothermal gradient and then fed to the surface by fault-driven hot springs that heat up La Bomba along its length. This amazing river is also threatened by fast deforestation and may vanish in the near future if not tamed. Leave your thoughts on the Amazon rainforests in the comments.
Dang. Shoot. That beautiful place can, dang, man, that's a beautiful place too. To hear that's actually disturbing. Dang. But overall, we gotta figure out a way we can really, we gotta learn some stuff, y'all. For real. To live with nature and stuff like that. Eventually, I mean, it's cool how we living right now, but eventually we gonna have to figure some things out.
That people hear what's going on right now with the Vatican preparing guidelines for aberrations, other supernatural phenomena. So I was like, what the hell do aberrations even mean? So I did my little research. Let me fact check myself so TikTok don't have to do it. When I read the definition, I said, shit, a ghostly figure in the sky. That's the only thing that caught my attention. I wasn't really happy with that definition, so I did more research. They are saying that it's some kind of divine entity that's going to come back. They say even Christ could come back, or it could be Virgin Mary. But the twist is, it's coming from the sky. If you ask me, I don't think Jesus is coming back. I think it's UFOs. Before people start saying it's fake, nothing's gonna happen, it's Project Blue Beam, let me give you a little bit more facts. You do know the Vatican have the greatest telescope on this planet, so they can see shit that we can't see. Not to mention they have the biggest library on this planet, so they know secrets that we don't know. This article came out 3 days ago, so I'm pretty sure something's going to happen pretty soon. We already know how dark the Vatican is. I can't really speak about too much about that because I'm on TikTok. But for the people that know, you know. They did everything in their power to set this shit up. They just had something called the demon face syndrome. So many people laughed at it. It's so many supernatural events taking place in the sky, but everybody say it's Project Blue Beam. I be like, God damn, everything can't be fake, right? Every time something happens supernatural, people say, oh, that shit is not real. People don't believe in shit no more. And that's the problem. The people hear what's going on right now with the Vatican preparing guidelines for aberrations of the supernatural phenomenon. So I was like, what the hell do aberrations even mean? So I did my little research. Let me fact check myself. So
about that.
So somebody on Twitter is talking about that they found the Riddler. I don't know. You tell me what y'all think, cause he looked like he would be a security guard to me. There's one picture right here. Yeah, I don't know. Got another one, but this one right here is what takes the cake. This man right here is literally wearing the flag on his face for the Ebony Boy, I hope he stays safe out here because it's about to get crazy. This man has been posting atrocious tweets. Now to this. Mandated report training, identifying and reporting child mistreat. It's crazy. I don't know, he been talking a whole bunch of stuff, but Christopher Alvarez done came out. Drake probably got to him first or something because he's denying all the allegations. You know, he just said that he went to Drake's room at the hotel, listened to music, showed him new music, but just like every big celebrity, you gotta sign an NDA. So somebody on Twitter is...
I don't know what's going on, but seems like something strange is going on.
Hey, I want y'all to watch this real quick, man. Shaq is under MK Ultra. I don't think he's real at all. I was watching the halftime for Dallas and Oklahoma. Watch what happens to Shaq. And watch what Ernie says to get Shaq to come back to his senses. Look at this.
To make the defense overreact, and then once they overreact, all those other guys will be able to get off. Draymond, question for you. Don't take all Shaq's time now. Oh, okay, go ahead, Shaq.
Look at Shaq.
Wow, look at that.
He's stuck.
9 blocks for Dallas in the first.
Y'all see that?
Daniel Gafford's got 2 of those. I see.
Why you acting like that?
MK Ultra, man. MK Ultra. He did the same thing before. Hey, I want y'all to watch this real quick, man. Shaq is under MK Ultra. I don't think he's real.
Honestly, I be thinking that most of these NBA players be robots or something. To be honest, who knows? I could be wrong. So we just saying anything.
I never knew people could grow horns in real time. This is not the only case of a man growing a horn out of his head. This man has 2 horns growing out the front, clear as day. Now that reminded me of a picture I seen a while ago. When I seen this picture, I was skeptical. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a lot of AI activity, so you never know.
Right.
But this right here,
that look crazy.
A lot different after seeing that man with them 2 horns. The color threw me off. They take the life out of the picture when they take the color out. I couldn't even tell if this would be possible until I seen it in color. But as far as the Pope, you know, he got a little gremlin in the back right there. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I never knew.
That is crazy.
Horns.
How many of y'all used to think like if you eat the seed of a fruit, you was gonna grow like tree or something. I'm pretty sure we all been there.
Cleared and somebody has stepped forward to clear Drake. Cleared and somebody so the check has cleared and somebody has stepped forward to clear Drake's name. So I told you guys a couple hours ago that this man Christopher Alvarez, who was the disabled person shown in the video dropped by the mole, was coming forward with the article of a lifetime, is what he called it. Before I get into this, let me just say this. I don't know who y'all think y'all are, but y'all don't run my account. Y'all don't tell me when to post, what to post, or how to post. I do this shit because I want to. You think Conspiracy was created when Drake started? No, I've been doing this shit. Let's keep going. So I read the article. I'm going to put it up in a minute, and I know what I got from it. So basically, the article ain't say shit. It was just a long rendition of this man trying to clear up Drake's name. He said, I don't know what any of this means. A bemused Alvarez told the Eagle on Sunday. Although Alvarez uses a wheelchair, he gets around and enjoys rubbing shoulders with celebrities and internal pop stars, including DJ Khaled, who gifted the reporter one of his chains in 2016 and has a dream since high school becoming a broadcast journalist. One of the celebs was Drake. I was with Drake the night because we briefly met after dinner, but all the accusations are false. He then goes on to say that people are spreading misinformation about him specifically, and it's harmful to him as a disabled person, but me personally, I haven't heard nothing about him. I only heard about Drake. So if that wasn't crazy enough, he then gets on live and talks about Drake. But what I want to call attention to is, what accusations is he referring to saying is not true? Because his statement was very broad, but at the same time, what is he talking about? Because again, I haven't heard any accusations involving both him and Drake. Just Drake, and he was there. And the photo that you put in the article of you and Drake is photoshopped. How is his arm all the way up here, but your chair's down there? I don't know. But this man literally took to live and had a nurse ask him, is Drake guilty? And he said no. So let's watch that.
Why were you with him at 3 a.m.? So
3 a.m. I mean, it's the morning. I know it's late. But we go into the city that I was asleep. And people party hard here in New York.
Is Drake innocent of these accusations?
Drake is innocent. And should not be threatened.
So if you need to understand what he said, the lady, whoever this woman is, because I don't know who she is, maybe his nurse, asked him a list of questions, which off the back is really weird for this man to come out of nowhere and start answering listed off questions. And the questions pertain to Drake, not him. They asked him why he was up with Drake at 3 a.m. and he said, well, we like to party in NYC. And then the next question was, do you think Drake is guilty? He said, no, Drake is not guilty of any accusations. What accusations? Which ones? There are so many. Like I said, I don't know. Somebody had to get paid. That check has cleared for the only person who would take some money to stand up for Drake. Because if you notice, all Drake's homie and ATL, silent. Everybody silent. Now you telling me that this man come out of nowhere and is ready to clear Drake's name on Drake's behalf, but Drake ain't said shit about his own self? I don't know. Maybe the man is telling the truth. Maybe we are all being led astray. I don't know. But we'll see. I like my pajamas. So the check has cleared and somebody has...
Shout out to Asia. She be dropping some good conspiracy videos. Can't lie. I didn't even see that video with the, I don't know who that she just showed right there. That was crazy though. Like, how you gonna have somebody like this talking for you? Like, he's finished. That's all I got. You're finished, Drake. It's done for. Hang it up. Alright, y'all, that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Y'all already know we're gonna keep these videos coming every day, so just make sure you subscribe. And if you haven't already, I have a second channel. If you want to watch the next video that I upload for tomorrow, make sure you subscribe. Alright, with all that being said, I will be seeing you guys in the next upload. Peace and abundance to everyone that's watching this. Peace out.